My name is Sherlyn Dorsey, and I am creator and founder of You're More Than Their Mother, and I teach moms and women to reclaim, realign, and rebalance their lives and to go after their dreams. So today I am talking about the way we think, and hopefully just reinforcing some things that you already know to help you really create the things it is that you want sooner than later. And because we aren't, let me say it like this. I used to, when I would hear people say this, because I listen to something every single day that is progressive, that is positive, and that is leading me towards the direction of my own dreams. And I must admit that when I initially started out doing things like this, and when I would hear different self-help gurus, speakers, presenters, whatever it is you want to call them, influencers, I used to hear it, and I remember some essential scrutiny in my mind, which is good because I want to be critical in everything it is that I think and do. But I remember some resistance to this, what I'm about to tell you now, because I thought that if these people were saying this, then they should have everything in the world it is that they want. So when I first heard people say, you know, if you change the way that it is that you're thinking, you can create or do or be or have anything it is that you want. And I used to challenge that so much in my mind, and I had to figure out how that made sense, because again, I thought, well, that couldn't possibly be all the way true, because if that was so, you would have what you want by way of health, money, material objects. You know, that person would have that. And what I realized in that thinking and how that thinking was flawed is that, number one, this is not just one thought you have to think one time, right? So this is not finite. This is something that you have to do over and over again every step of the way. And when I say something, this is that thinking, right? This is that change in thinking it is that I'm talking about. And I kind of jumped right into it, but follow along, and then I'll kind of recap and have it all to congeal ultimately. But this is decisions that you have to make hundreds, probably thousands of times a day, because if you understand that everything contributes to your larger goal, it is that you do, think, and how it is that you respond, behave, all of that, then you will understand that you are the thing that's keeping you separate from the thing it is that you want. And every day, and everything that you do contributes towards that larger goal. It's just how that thing works. So I entitled this today, If You Just Changed the Way That You Think. So let me give you a very specific example. So today, I think I've been sharing with you all here on this channel and platform, I guess I should say, that I've been having a lot of trouble with my left knee. And it just really came all of a sudden. I don't know, there was no trauma there. I didn't do anything outside of the norm. I had no car accident or anything like that. It didn't twist, to my knowledge. It just came, and it was kind of like, ouch, ouch, and then boom, it was there. It was all out pain. So it's gotten incrementally better, but they could not figure out what was going on with it. And quite frankly, neither could I. I just kept saying, what is happening? I just don't get this. So today, I finally got some answers for it, right? And so they told me some things that I didn't want to hear. And one of them, in short, is that I have a runner's knee. So I am jacking up my knee running, in other words. And that kind of hurt my feelings. And the reason I say that it hurt my feelings, because for 10 years, and if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've lost over 100 pounds naturally. And I've kept it off now for just about 10 years, I would say. I haven't been counting, but I would say it's been around about 10, 11 years maybe. And one of the ways it is that I keep it off and that I'm able to lose weight if I kind of lose myself, like now I've gained some weight, I know that, hey, let me just step up my running again. Let me add some weights in here. And, you know, I know how to get myself back on track. And I've used that to help me to get to this point and helping me to push me towards my next point. Another reason why running is kind of nostalgic to me, and I guess this thing kind of hurt my feelings when he told me that I couldn't do it anymore, is because running is what led me to lose 100 pounds. Meaning, I remember when I first said I wanted to run, I could not run for 1 minute. I was completely out of breath. I just couldn't do it. And so I remember putting myself through running increments or running cycles. I don't even know what they're called formally. I would run 30 seconds, walk 30 seconds. Then I got up to running a minute, and then I'd walk a minute. Then I ran 2 minutes, walk 1 minute. I got all the way up to 5 minutes, then I allowed myself to walk 2 minutes. Then I got to 7 minutes, and I dropped it down to 1.5 minutes. I mean, I just started playing with it like that. No real set regimen. I just knew that I wanted to be able to run when I wanted to run. And I worked myself up to that. So it's like this accomplishment that I feel when I run, as well as it being cathartic. It's always great to go out on a sunny day for me. Go take a run until whatever, be it a couple of miles or 40 minutes. Because again, I don't have a tight regimen. I just go out there and do what feels right for me. It's pretty intuitive. And what I heard him say in that moment as he was telling me these things, the doctor that is, I felt stripped of that. I felt like they took that from me. And I was kind of sad. Like I said, it really kind of, my feelings were hurt. It's the best way I know how to describe it. And I had to really internalize that because that meant something to me. So as I did that, the next thing I started doing was saying, okay, Sherlyn, well, here you are at this point. Your life in so many other ways is being noticeably pushed beyond your comfort zone, pushed beyond anything it is that you've known in the past, and it's taking you to a new level. I'm negotiating with CEOs of companies now. I'm negotiating out contracts for 4 years. I'm licensing my work. I'm in negotiations to license my work. That's something I've never done ever before. Not only as a business owner, but even in working for someone else. And so it's again pushing me beyond anything it is that I know, and it's re-educating me because I'm having to go out and figure out this information and ask questions, get mentors, humble myself, and just whatever the case, whatever is needed, is what it is that I have to go out and do. So I realized that in part, some of the reason that I was beholden to this idea or to this thing it is that he told me that I said hurt my feelings is because I knew that it was going to require more of me than what I even knew at the moment and that I thought I had time for, right? Because it's easy. It's almost rote in my mind to get up and go take a run before I get to go on with anything else. I already know that. I'm go ahead and knock out a couple of miles, and then boom, and then. But now I need to go figure out something else and create a new way for me to stay healthy and to push me beyond what it is that I've known, to create a new regimen, to still help me to lose weight, which is one of my goals. And I thought about that, and it kind of made me smirk once that came to my consciousness because I really wanted to hold on to that. Now, I'm not disregarding the fact that I have fond memories of where I came from to where I am now. But that was good for them. What will I create now? What will I create now that will push me to my next level? That is what my life is begging me. That is the question my life is begging to be answered. And so the resistance it is that I'm putting up in other areas of my life, whatever they may be, excuse me, it can show up. What I'm realizing is it was showing up then. I was holding on to, well, man, I've been doing this. Why now? What is going on? Why was this so random? Why was there not a buildup? It's not about that, right? It's not even about that. We are where we are. So I had to change how it is that I felt about what was just being told to me. How it is that I felt about the change that was inevitable, that had to come. How it is that I perceived myself engaging with this new activity, right? because I will work out for the rest of my life. So that's a non-negotiable. That's the you understood in a sentence, right? That's what that is. So right away, I had to figure out how I would do that. So, and when I say right away, meaning just had to change my mind. I don't have to know all of the answers right now. I do get that. Sorry, this finger is itching here. I do realize that I'm not trying to get all the answers in this moment, but what I am trying to do is to learn how to release when it's time to let go. And I get to express my feelings and mourn what was. But at some point, I have to change my mind and make a new decision and say, this thing did not come to take anything away from me. It came to make me aware that there is something more of me that is required. And I want to surrender to that. I want to be obedient to whatever that thing is. So I submit that to you. So that was kind of a roundabout way of doing it, of talking to you about it. You all know I share with you as it's given, and since I'm not really in mode, I just did not stay in any kind of format here. But I hope that helps you, and I hope that you understand where it is that I'm coming from and what it is that I'm talking about, and make that applicable towards your life. What area in your life is it that you need to let go of? What area is calling you forth to be more than what you are now? What is it that you need to think about differently in order to get out of your own way? In order to move you towards where it is you said you wanted to be, doing what it is that you said you wanted to do. What is it? So I'm looking forward to hearing your responses. I definitely will follow up with you, and do me a favor, share this. If this is something you feel like somebody else can use on this whole great big internet, please do share it, and perhaps invite them to join my page on Facebook at You're More Than Their Mother. So thank you so much. I appreciate you listening. I hope this helped you in some kind of a way, in whatever way that serves you. I really am just not tied to how it helps someone. I just know that what I do is my intention that I put it out. When I put it out, is always pure, and I hope that it's taking in a way that serves you. So thanks so much for listening. Please do hit that share button. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you later. But until we see each other again, remember, it's time to move beyond everyone else's expectations of who you ought to be and become the woman you thought that you could be.